Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are into the game between SC Blue and EoG, and we are just starting off. So it is Owen, Darren, and Jonik for SC Blue, and it is Owen, Darren, and Jonik for EoG. So it's literally a complete mirror matchup. I am Excoundrel. I am joined by Jaws. And Jaws, just so I can get a log as to where you are, what point in time are you at?
I am at 10 seconds. Oh, 6 seconds it's counting down. They're just fighting now, and it's going to be a massive fight. Oh, let's go. 3-man knock up coming in. EoG actually getting 2 men knocked up. It does look like Jotnik actually, Blood Gang, is going to pick up the buff here, and he's going to be level 2 already.
Yeah, that's good for Blood Gang and SC. They have Owen and Jonik in top, and that's going to leave Darren at bottom. This means I can probably do some action this game because we're at the same time. So maybe I'll I'll give it a go at play-by-play, Jaws.
Yeah, well, you might as well. You know, now's your best chance.
Now's my time.
Exactly. Time to shine. Time to shine. Jotnik's time to shine. He's level 2. He's got the level lead. They went for a cheeky camp steal, but they're actually just going to go back and take their own one. But funnily enough, we do have a Darren on Darren matchup in the bottom lane yet again.
Don't you just love some Darren and Darren action?
Oh yeah, every day.
Owen obviously has a lot of heal. This is why you're sticking with Jonik, and the top lane's got like quite a high sustain lane going up there. But for both these guys, now what's funny is it's a complete mirror matchup. It's going to be all down to individual decision making and skill here. That's something that I find super interesting. You can see Owen again, lovely timing by the way. He's really just trying to predict when they're going to be going for their camp and trying to steal it away with a couple of blades over the wall.
Yeah, like, you might as well. Denies XP, denies gold. We'll just get you that bigger advantage. But SCG right now, they've got control over that buff as well. You just saw Blood Gang yet again picking it up. And he's going to be ahead by only a level, but still, that's going to make all the difference.
Yeah, Owen just providing sustain to Jonik in lane as well. 30 seconds till the next power-up spawns. That'll be a point of contest for SC. They think they can take away the Tiger, and that'll probably go to Jonik, I believe, the ranged AD carry, unless Darren picks it up.
No, he's not going to be greedy. He's just going to go back. He's going to help them take it up, but no, he's going to go back to his own camp, play that one out, and we'll just stick on board with him for a little bit. He's going to walk back into the lane, as I believe Darren on the other side is probably going to be doing the same thing. No, it does actually look like they did pick up the buff, actually, so beating SCG to the punch. Now there's a little fight going on.
Yeah, they prioritized that buff over. Actually, Owen, he's going to get locked up here. He's going to get stunned as the other Owen comes through. They don't manage to get the damage to take him down. But Darren has joined the party, and those ranged attacks starting to wail in. But Owen providing sustain needed to keep Jonik alive.
Man, now you are a little bit behind me for some reason. Funnily enough.
How far behind you?
Darren's now attacking under his tower.
Yeah, I might be quite considerably. Wait, which Darren? Which Darren?
Jace.
Oh no, I did see that. What is that Darren doing right now? Is he
just took a camp? He's just going into the bush now.
Yeah, no, dude. I think I'm at that. I think I'm about that time.
Okay, thank God. I was getting a bit worried there, but he's just going to farm under his tower now.
I think I'm about 1 second behind. So
thank God for that.
It might not make that much difference.
There's a big fight though.
Big fight going on over at the top lane. Jonik, he's going to be going in. They've actually had to use Cyclone onto Darren as well, but Darren gets another Cyclone onto the other Darren, and he will just be able to back out here. So no one actually going down. A lot of sustain being provided to Jonik as well.
Yeah, I mean, one of those legends that you want to have on your team if you want sustain in these big team fights, and he's really proving his worth at the moment. Just still hanging around Jonik. 30 seconds till the next buff spawns. Now, no kills just yet. I mean, last game we saw a heavy kill game, like absolutely massive. And Owen there actually just peeking a bit of XP from the bottom lane, actually. That was quite smart for him, and now he's going to be level 5 indeed. One level over of the other Owen, funnily enough.
The other Owen. Remember, I actually we said in Twitch chat, Wins did tell us that this was a pretty good matchup. Like they thought it was a very good game between the two. I think SC actually took the first game in this best of 3, but it's definitely a close one between everybody fighting for this buff. The Cyclone comes out and Owen manages to pick up the buff here, but Darren has come through.
Darren has come through. Pixel, we saw last week, is going to go on Kang on the Jotnik. Jotnik is really low, but no. Darren is going to get killed. Jace actually with a brutality. 3 kills now on the side of EoG.
Yeah, and Darren also picked off at the end there. It's an ace and a double kill for EoG's Darren. This is going to be pretty hard for SC Blue. I mean, they are really being pushed to the limits here for a game that they won in 4 minutes 27 to being behind at 4 minutes 27. It's going to be a big change here, Jaws.
Oh, definitely. And having a Jotnik far ahead as well just can suppress your front line so much that it's so hard to engage on these fights. And we'll see what he can do with this tiny lead that he's accumulated. 2 levels now on SCG's own Jotnik. And using that long range ability is just absolutely pummeling the front line of SCG Blue. And you can't say that's not a cool skin, by the way.
It's an amazing skin.
It's awesome.
I also want to note build past that the SCG Jotnik really prioritizing some early movement speed here over his opponent, who is, obviously just gone for some flat damage and pierce. So interesting that we're going to see movement speed prioritized by SC on all of their respective legends, except for Owen, who hasn't yet picked up too much. Looks like we're going to see a little bit of action in the top lane, just back and forth, healing there, here and there. Both teams at equal levels, except for Jotnik on the SC side, 1 level behind his counterpart, and Darren now has fallen down behind 1 level to his respective counterpart 2. SC are definitely on the back foot in this situation.
Yeah, they were. They looked like they had firm control of this in the early game, just securing as many buffs as they could, but now it does look like EoG have got a little bit more grasp, using that early kill lead as well, really showing that they just know how to push these leads, and we'll see what they can do with them coming into this game. And funnily enough, you speak about build paths. If we jump over to Jotnik, piloted by Kang there on EoG, like you said, not much movement speed, just gone for that flat damage, and now he's going to have to be really careful, because if Pixel from SCG Blue on that Darren is going to be able to get on top of him, he's not going to be able to escape, as there is a small skirmish actually coming out.
There is a small skirmish. They're actually going to be taking this golem away thus far. Looks like the buff was, again, the middle buff was already taken by EoG at this point, but Jotnik moves in. Here comes Darren as well. Now Owen is going to be prioritized, but the Cyclone does come through. He has to back off, but oh my word, Jace comes in and he starts to wreck face as one of the Joniks goes down. Look at Jace on Darren. He is a monster, Jaws.
Absolute monster. Triple kill for him, and they just destroyed the tower as well. Triple kill, has the tower, new buff is spawning. It's like it was all planned.
I've somehow fallen behind you, and I have no idea how. So I'm gonna let you take over the action from this point on.
All right, deal.
If they've just taken the tower, I've gone from being 1 second behind you to about 4 seconds behind you.
Wow. Well, time works in mysterious ways.
It does.
And, well, the time now is 7 minutes into the game. We got 7 kills. A fairly low kill game, but the whole of actually SCG are on this bottom tower. It's gonna get downed actually. Darren actually does get cycloned, so he's gonna be locked up. But Owen taking massive damage. That's gonna be Kang picking up a savagery. Nice kill. And Jotnik actually in the 1v1 with Darren in the backline, not gonna help. EoG's Jace is gonna pick up that kill. And now Pixel's in a lot of trouble. Long range stun coming out. And Kang is gonna pick up another kill. And they're gonna start a fire giant. Blue on the back foot.
Oh, they are certainly on the back foot. This is almost getting to a point where it's irreconcilable for them. I mean, there's no way they come back from this at this point in time. I honestly, it's just because Darren is providing. This is in this composition, right? If your Darren gets ahead, like, you have to focus him, and that just leaves that your Jotnik in the back line to just do whatever he wants. So you can see at this point, EoG's Darren just miles ahead at this point in time, and no one can deal with him. It just means that their Jotnik is untouched.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Darren being that massive damage dealer in the front line, you need to deal with him ASAP. And being on fire right now, and this far ahead, to level 12 to level 10, you cannot afford to let him get on your Jotnik. And that's what's been happening. And then, like we discussed earlier, with Jotnik over on the side of EoG, because he hasn't picked up movement items, only just now picking up the boots, he's putting out so much damage that the front line of SCG Blue just cannot withstand it. And now they're even going for a siege.
Even going to go for a siege, and they've, like you said, just miles ahead in terms of experience at this point in time. The mirror matchup has been thoroughly forced in the favor of EoG at this point in time. And again, it's partly due to the Darren and the fact that he's just a kind of untouchable as a front liner, and Jotnik can just sit there and do as he pleases.
Yeah, indeed, and it does look like, yet again, they're going for another siege up in the top lane. They were able to take that tower before, which means the rest of SCG are going to rotate and just trying to deal with this minion wave. And we just saw the power of Jonic in the bottom line a moment ago. He was able to outrange the tower, meaning he could take it down without him being touched. No minions at all. This is why he is such a strong legend right now.
Exactly. He just has that range ability to just completely decimate from an area where he's just untouchable. And like you said, his siege potential is unparalleled in terms of other legends as well. So Jonic, hotly contested, and you can see why. I think Darren, probably the most contested bot laner. Jonic, probably one of the most contested ranged carries, and Owen starting to come in as his own in terms of his support here.
Yeah, it really is. That healing as well is just doing absolute wonders in team fights. And just being able to sustain your own Jonic throughout these engages when the enemy team's Darren is jumping on top of you just enables him to get down the damage he needs to. We're seeing the rest of EoG up here. They are going to push towards this inhibitor in the top side, but it's going to be a 3-on-3, and we'll see what they can do because this Jonic is so strong. Just like I said, completely outranging the tower at this point, but it does look like there's going to be a massive engage actually. And Johnny just putting down so much damage. Pixel gets caught in the cyclone, levels up in the meantime. You will get a little bit of health back, but that's not going to matter. Wind is almost going to go down on that Owen. He's trying to survive in the front line. It's not going to happen. Kang picked up another kill under the tower. They are going to be really low, so they're going to have to back off, but SCG Blue in a bad spot.
Oh, in a hugely bad spot. You could see at that point, I think, like we talked about the main issue here, the main issue really has just been the fact that you can't deal with Darren on the side of EoG. He just no way to get through him at this point in time. Got to say, good use of control immunity coming out from EoG that last fight. It really helped them at least keep Jonic alive as long as possible. And that tower outrange is just is absolutely silly. And what you're seeing here from EoG is that they can force the turrets and they can force the siege, and it makes, essentially because of Jonic, it makes SC Blue have to react or they just lose their turret.
Yeah, exactly. And playing like that, playing very reactively to another person's plays, can just lead you in really bad situations where you're forced to fight. It did actually look like SCG Blue were going to try and create a little death bush and to try around the fire giant because they thought EoG was going for it. They actually backed off, so the buff is going to be spawning in a couple of seconds. That's going to go straight over to Darren there. It's going to be a power buff. He is on fire still, so they're definitely going to want to look for a fight right now.
Absolutely. I feel like I've drifted actually even further behind you.
Good lord.
Somehow time is just slower on my side. I'm now 15 seconds behind you.
Good lord. I'm not sure how time works, so I couldn't really give you a scientific explanation.
Nor can I. But I guess I just get to enjoy the game in a slightly slower speed.
Yeah. Why not? Can make things, you know, a little bit more exciting sometimes.
Absolutely.
Only sometimes. But another death bush coming up for the side of EoG, and it's like both teams are kind of scared to fight at this point. Although it does look like EoG are actually just trying to set up a trap.
Yeah, EoG maybe want to set up a trap, try and force a fight so they can take Fire Giant.
Massive fight coming out. Owen actually from the side of EoG goes straight down. Pixel now trying to do as much damage as possible. 2 cyclones actually used on top of EoG's Darren. He's in the front line though. He just goes on a rampage. He takes out Wind just instantly, but now Jonic and Darren is a 2-on-2. But no, here comes Kang with the damage. Pixel going down so low, but so is Kang, and he gets sniped from the backline actually. That's going to be a double kill. Blood Gang is going to go huge in that fight. That's going to be a complete ace, and they're going to be able to siege up this top tower.
How in earth did that happen there? Again, I think it's the way that SC ended up playing that fight. They managed to split up EoG, and again, at this point, Jonic was in a position where he was able to just deal damage from the backline. Jonic, I just say Jonic, SC's Jonic was able to do that, and he gets a brutality as well. And that was just because they managed to split the fight up so much that Darren wasn't soaking up all of the damage, wasn't basically becoming an impenetrable fortress for SC to get through. What an amazing turnaround, though.
Oh yeah, big turnaround, but are they going to be able to make use of this? 4 kills to 11. EoG firmly in the lead at this current time. They do have a couple of towers as well down. They do have the inhibitor towers only remaining on the side of SCG Blue. In fact, both teams only have their inhibitor towers even on both sides. So both teams are definitely going to look for these sieges. Does look like Blood Gang has found Jace on that down. Does flash in, but the wall wound does happen, does connect. But here comes Jonic for EoG. This is going to be a huge fight. Owen actually getting stunned up in the mix there as well. He's going to get cycloned. Kang's actually going to get taken, down by Pixel even. And now Thak on Owen cannot do absolutely anything. Jace is going to go down as well. This could be the turnaround we're looking for here actually, because this could be huge, as they do pick up the ace finally. And SCG Blue, they may have just turned this one around.
I have been assured by a quality source in chat that Blood Gang is a monster in the late game. And it just, I mean, look at the kiting he's using a method called, a lot of people know, called orb walking. He is doing it incredibly well. His flashes as well, you know, his teleports have been on point. So honestly, fantastic play by SC Blue, managing to turn this around. And I've got to say, Blood Gang, absolute monster.
Absolute monster. And with this slight advantage coming into this now, level 14 to level 13, they're just going to set up another death bush. Jace actually gets stunned up in the front line there. Darren is taking a lot of damage. But SCG's Darren Pixel piloting that one. He is going to go huge in that fight, dealing so much damage to the sidelines there. But no, this is the fight they were after. Blood Gang on a rampage now. Double kill for him. 12 to 9. They are securing this gap so quick. They were 11 to 1 a second ago. Now it's 9 to 12. This game is going, could go either way right now.
Absolutely. This, by the way, guys, if you are interested in understanding who is casting this, it is Jaws, who is the play-by-play caster, slightly higher pitched voice than me, and I'm a scoundrel. I do the random commentary about things that I know nothing about. Anyway, it's Blood Gang just completely destroying on this Jonic thus far. They're going to consolidate with the Fire Giant as well. This turnaround has been huge, Jaws.
It's absolutely been massive. And coming into this as well, we always thought SCG Blue were going to be the favourites just because of their sheer dominance in this scene at this current time. But there is, I'm just going to interrupt myself because there's another fight going on. And this Dread's actually going to get knocked up here. But Darren, again, Jace in the front line. Nice kill, Winter killing off Owen. The other one goes down. Now it's a 3-on-1 situation. Not where Kang wants to be. And this could actually be the complete base take. And I believe it is. SCG turning that one around from a massive deficit in the early game, take the victory in game number 1.
Yeah, they looked so good. Got to give it to Blood Rage. His carry potential in the late game has been absolutely solid. They somehow found a way to deal with the opponent's Darren. Also got to give quality respect over to SC's Darren as well. The fire is obscuring his name right now, so I can't actually see. But they have been fantastic. And SC Blue, they will go through to the semi-final over EoG. What a great turnaround from what looked like a impossibility of breaking through EoG's Darren frontline. And Jace was basically soaking up damage for a good 5 to 7 minutes. But oh wow, Blood Gang comes back as MVP, and Pixel on Darren able to step up as well. We are going to be seeing them in the semi-final. Yeah,
we are indeed, and they're going to be facing... Oh yes, I got confused. I was looking at the bracket, I'm like, hang on a minute. But there are 3 second chance gaming, so I mustn't get confused. We are going to see them in the semi-final. They will face either Raw or TSM. They will be their next opponents. But wow, what a dominating force coming into this. Absolutely huge, and I really hope these guys do well and go far, because they definitely deserve it. You can see the practice time they put in with these compositions. Even just going against Evil of Ghost. You've got 2 compositions here, and they just clearly, at the end of the game, outmatched them by far.
Absolutely, they looked really, really good. And we'll hopefully get another game coming up for you guys. We don't have many people on our friends list right now.
Yeah.
So we either have to follow SC Gaming Blue or SC Gaming Red at this point in time. But as soon as SC Gaming Blue or Red get into a game, we will make sure we jump into it and give you the wonderful commentary that Charles has been doing so lovely, and I've just been sort of tagging along at the same time.
Come on.
But anyway, we're going to jump to a quick break, make sure we get the next game lined up, and if we can get into an SC Gaming Blue game, we will do. If not, we'll wait until one of the semi-finals between SC Red and SC Blue. But I really want to get into the SC Blue game between them and God Complex Alpha. I've heard that's going to be a good one.
Yeah, it is indeed. And yeah, like you said, we'll be right back after this short break.